So a road trip it was to find out which is the best adventure touring motorcycle in India under 10 lakh rupees. And both of us were feeling quite confident about our choice of bike. But before we really begin this journey, Arun, I think there's something that we have to address, and that's the way this Versys looks. It looks so much more aggressive. It's got a proper ninja front end. I think it looks cooler of the two bikes.
Well, I tend to disagree, PD. I feel that the Versys doesn't look that special. The V-Strom on the other end looks like a proper ADV. Especially in this bright yellow color, it's gonna attract more eyeballs. And you just can't miss those bling wheels.
It's a bit too bright, man.
Yeah, right, says the guy who wears a bright blue jacket.
Okay, I'm sure the Versys would look much nicer in a brighter shade like a ninja green or something. But then when you get on the Versys, that instrument console, it looks properly modern. It's compact. It looks like it belongs in 2019. On the other hand, that V-Strom's console, it's from the 90s.
Yeah, I agree on that front. However, it has more information on display like a temperature gauge, voltmeter and engine temperature.
That's all a bit superfluous. The things that matter are better on the Versys. Like the windshield, for example, you can adjust it without tools, just by hands, just turn this and move it up and down. That needs Allen keys. And even the levers, both the levers on the Versys are adjustable, while only the brake lever is adjustable on the V-Strom.
But talking about touch points, the V-Strom has a better switch gear and you can switch modes on the move.
Okay, makes sense. Talking of on the move, I think we should get on the move as well. And so our journey really began. The open highway stretching out before us, 2 full tanks of petrol. Wait a minute. Right, now that we had filled up, we had some lovely stretches of open road ahead of us where we could really check out which of these two felt better on the highway. Okay, so we haven't traveled all that much, just about 120 kilometers so far.
Yeah.
And I think it was necessary to sort of refuel ourselves at this point.
Yes.
But the journey so far, at least on the highway, the Versys is just sublime. I mean, firstly, it's just so smooth. So at 120 kph in 6th gear, it's doing about 5,500 RPM, and there's not a single vibe from the engine. On top of that, the motor likes to rev so easily that if you want to overtake something, just gas it and it just goes past traffic. And it sounds fantastic. It sounds so sporty. On the other hand, the V-Strom, I mean, you can't even hear it. It just has no character.
Well, it might sound characterless, but that V12 engine has a lot of character, especially a great mid-range which allows you to sit at 120 km per hour easily. Also, I think that the V-Strom's engine is much more refined than the Versys.
I mean, I'll agree that it is quite refined for a V12, but say beyond 120, I don't think it's more refined than the Versys.
But going beyond 120 kph on Indian roads,
Okay, I will give you that. But I mean, it's not a perfect.
yeah, I do have some problems like the gearbox, for example, it feels a bit clunky, and while you could overtake easily, I had to downshift to extract the power for overtaking at higher speeds.
The Versys, if you have to downshift, it feels absolutely smooth.
Okay.
Like it's a bit of a long travel, but then it just clicks in without any effort. And then the throttle transitions on, especially going on and off, it's not great. I mean, it's not like severely on off, but it could have been better, honestly.
Okay, the V-Strom on the other hand has a very linear and very progressive throttle, which makes it even much more easier to ride and live with, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure, but then see, the best part of the journey was the twisties coming up to Mahabaleshwar, and there the Versys was just kicking butt, man. I mean, that short wheelbase, 17-inch wheels, road bias tires, that upside down forks at the front, which are adjustable as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it was inspiring so much confidence in the turns. And honestly, I was just leaving you behind, man.
Oh, come on, man. I do agree that the V-Strom has a long wheelbase and it's not very agile through the corners. It feels a bit cumbersome, but I was just behind you.
That's because I was letting you stay behind me. Honestly, we've got more twisties after this. Why don't you ride the Versys to find out? There are no two ways to it. Through the corners, the Versys actually feels like a ninja on stilts. Easy to steer, precise and a whole lot of fun. The V-Strom is certainly stable through the corners, but steering does need a lot more effort. and changing directions quickly is definitely not its cup of tea. So Arun, after that ride, are you suitably convinced that the Versys here is the better handler of the two?
Definitely, PD, that the Versys has such a great handling dynamics and it clearly wins this battle.
That's point one for the Versys. Now to celebrate with some chai. But here at Sigwheels, we don't just drink our chai, do we?
We challenge bikes with it.
Yes, at low revs both bikes are equally smooth. But build those revs and get them closer to red line and you'll notice that the Kawasaki has distinctly less vibrations than the Suzuki. So after spending a whole day riding on the highway and in the twisties, I think the Versys has really shone brightly. And even when we came into these sort of narrow alleyways of Divyagar and even through the crowded city streets, like it just felt that much more nimble. That short wheelbase really comes into its own and it just feels a much nicer bike in the urban environment. And on top of that, like even though thankfully we had good weather today, in the afternoon it was a bit warm and the bike ran absolutely cool.
Yes, I agree that the Versys is a bit more cooler, but the V-Storm's engine isn't that bad. And yes, the longer wheelbase of the V-Storm does make it feel a bit cumbersome in the traffic, but it has a shorter seat height, which makes it a good option for shorter riders.
Yeah, so in a pinch, if you had to get a feet down on the V-Storm, it's definitely easier. But I'm not sure if I would recommend it for shorter riders because the handlebars, they feel a bit of a stretch. Even for my height, I was riding a bit like this and my upper back kind of went for a toss after some time.
The Versys does feel a bit more comfortable than the V-Storm because the handlebar is wider and closer to the rider. While on the V-Storm, it feels that the handlebar could have been placed closer to the rider.
Yeah, and even for taller riders, while they'll be comfortable in the saddle of the V-Storm, if you are kind of riding on the foot pegs, standing on the foot pegs, you have to hunch over quite a bit.
Yes, I agree on that. Like when we were riding a bit on the trails today in the morning, I did feel that I was kind of falling over.
Yeah, so honestly, for shorter riders, I'm not sure if I'd recommend either bike, but if I had to pick one for short riders, I think it's easier to sort of live with the compromises of the Versys. It's just a little bit more comfortable in that sense.
Yeah, kind of makes sense that the Versys is a better compromise.
But I will concede one point to the V-Storm. The seat itself is definitely more comfortable than the Versys.
And not just for the rider, but for the pillion as well. And it definitely has the better combo among the two.
Agreed.
And additionally, the V-Storm also has a better headlight with wider spread and longer throw.
But honestly, this is a better bet. And when you put all of that together, I think at the end of this day, I can definitely say that the Versys comes out on top. Now ideally, that should have settled things. But the next day, Arun had some other plans to prove just how good the V-Storm could be.
So PD, we had loads of fun on the beach today, and you have to agree that the V-Storm is the better bike of the two.
On the loose stuff, yes, agreed that the V-Storm is the better bet. And the issue comes down to the Versys tires because they are heavily road biased. So on the sand and even on gravel, they just have no grip. If you have to ride off the road, not the best option.
And the long wheelbase of the V-Storm was a pain on the highway, on the mountain twists, and also in the city. But over on the beach, on the sand, it gave it a lot of stability. And not to forget, this has the better kit among the two, like 19-inch wheels at the front and 17-inch at the rear. And the spoke wheels are tubeless as well.
And not to forget, these are adventure spec tires. So while they are not proper knobbies, they do a good job in the dirt and are pretty decent on tarmac too. Exactly, so if you're on like a gravel road with like rocks, I would not trust the wheels of the Versys. Their alloys, they could possibly crack. But I think the bigger concern of the road on this bike is the power delivery. It feels a little too immediate, so the back end does tend to snap out, and I did eat the sand a couple of times.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
But
did.
hey, no harm, no foul.
Exactly. And the V-Strom has a more linear throttle, which makes it much more stable on the sand. And not to forget, this has got 2 levels of traction control, which is useful for novice riders.
So okay, on the dirt, definitely better bike, but we still have a lot of road to cover going back to Pune, and we could probably change our mind about the Versys then.
Let's find out.
You know, these bikes feel so different to ride, but on paper there's hardly anything between them.
Exactly, PD.
But again, just slightly. And even in terms of acceleration figures, it's the V-Strom that is marginally ahead of the Versys right here.
But that's a bit weird because the Versys feels the peppier of the two.
Actually, that's down to the fact that, you know, while launching, it's a lot easier with the V-Strom because the power delivery is more, while on the Versys, it just wants to wheelie away.
So basically, on paper, it's very difficult to differentiate both these bikes.
Yeah, absolutely. So it comes down to the fact that if you have to pick between these, it comes down to the bike's characters. And that you can only find out once you have ridden the bike, and they are so different, it's insane. In our highway tests, the V-Strom offered marginally better fuel efficiency. But then the Versys has a slightly bigger tank. So it's all balanced out in the end, right? Well, no, because when you start riding aggressively, the Versys comes out ahead in mileage. On our ride, the Versys managed 20 km per liter, while the V-Strom managed just 16. Looks like I might be able to convince Arun about the Kawasaki after all. So 2 days of excellent riding. We're almost at Pune now. So Arun, if you had to put your own money down, which of these would you buy?
Well, if I had to put my own money, it has to be on the Versys because it's much more fun to ride, and that punchy motor makes it so exciting on the highway, and even on the broken roads it just flies, and in the city traffic also it's more versatile.
So that's the thing. I mean, if I had to put my own money as well, it would have to be the Versys because it just agrees with my kind of riding. It is sporty, it's also a great tourer, and in the Indian context it's actually a better tourer than most other motorcycles I can think of. So if I had to buy something, it would have to be the Versys. But again, that doesn't answer the question you had asked originally, which is the perfect adventure tourer under 10 lakh rupees.
If you're just looking for the better ADV bike under 10 lakhs, it has to be the V-Strom because the Versys, well, the name says Versys, it isn't as versatile as the V-Strom, and for that factor I think the V-Strom makes a better buy.
So if you want to ride on tarmac primarily and even broken roads and sometimes no roads, I think the Versys is a great choice. You can buy it and you won't regret it.
Yeah.
But if you want to really go adventuring and go off the beaten path, I think the V-Strom makes a lot more sense.
Yes.
It has everything it needs to do that. And yes, it is more expensive,
Yeah.
about 75 grand more
Yes.
than the Versys. But then you're getting that much more kit for that money. So
Yeah, it kind of justifies the premium that it demands because
Absolutely.
you're getting better kit, better electronics, and also it's better for the pillion as well. So if you want to tour, you can tour properly in
yeah,
comfort.
two up, the V-Strom also makes a lot more sense. So in that sense, for a genuine adventure tourer under 10 lakh rupees, I think our pick here has to be the V-Strom.